So the plan again today, mate, is just to try and relax as much as you can, try and keep your feet up when you can. Obviously normal rest day food, then check in tomorrow. Yeah, any questions, mate, just let me know. Have a good day today, and I will chat with you soon. Yes guys, good morning. I hope you're all well. The time is 6:37 on Thursday, the 14th of July. Today I've got Pete, who's here to sort of film a lot today. So this video, this exact video, will be sort of a day in my life, or a day in the life of a coach, if you like. So today, Thursday, is a rest day. I'm doing cardio at the minute because I have cardio 6 times per week at half an hour. I've just started my diet. That'll be another video that we're going to do. We're going to chat about my gaining phase and also chat about starting my diet. But yeah, like, I'm not going to make sort of today too sort of informative. I'm kind of just going to show you what I do when I do it, how I structure my day as a coach to manage getting in touch with my clients, you know, how I manage being as efficient as possible with my work. So first thing, I get up, rehydrate, get on the bike. I bought this recumbent bike from Argos, 200 quid, just over 200 quid. Very good purchase, because before, my other bike that we've got rid of now, the handles broke, so I could barely even, it was awkward to sit on it. There was no chance I was doing work on it, whereas now I can work on the bike, so that's an extra half an hour that I can work. So during my cardio in the morning, I'll get back to my prep clients, because they will generally get up really early. They'll drop me a message every morning, let me know how they get on. So I'll get back to my prep clients, and then I'll get back to any training clips from the night before. And then obviously I'll just show you how I structure the rest of my day. Doing another day of pulling off fatigue, try and keep steps low, obviously outside of work, and then we'll go from there tomorrow, mate, okay? To be fair, mate, I was happy with pretty much everything. The only couple of comments I've got are that I want you to work on your range of motion on the high incline, go up to, let's say, 132, yeah, and try and get match reps. That's still going to be 2.5 kilos up, and matching reps, that's still a really good progression, okay? Oh, right, the plan now is to put that away, shower, and then time for meal one. There we go, nothing crazy. My natty health supplement. Am I not showing you? This is my egg cracking technique. There we go. Now I have 2 whole eggs and then 2 egg whites. So I'll do the egg whites just scrambled straight after because the pan's already hot. There we go. Beautiful. Generally, mate, what we don't want to do is push you so hard that you just look worse and worse and worse. And obviously when you're really flat, which you are at the minute, mate, the true condition isn't really going to show. Basically, mate, I've just added in a little bit of extra carbs in a few different meals, primarily around the training window. Right guys, so I've got the kind people at Explosive Fibres have sent me a new t-shirt in exchange of £30. Thank you so much for sending it out, guys. Because it's summer, I wanted to buy some white t-shirts, so I bought this. I bought a JP one, and I bought this. But this material looks a bit strange. But to be fair, I quite like the material. Pete, don't get my fat belly in. You won't be able to see that, but it's not this top. That's that one. Should I complain? I might email them and just say, can you actually send me the one I wanted, but I'll keep this one as well and I'll send you another 30 quid. I don't mind that, or I might just try and get it through. Yeah, I hope you're good, mate. I hope you're having a good day so far today, and like I say, the check-in was spot on, and this week's been really good. You're settling in well. In terms of the niggle in your lower back, like you say, it's probably because the weekend was quite high demanding in terms of a lot of steps, you know, new training program as well. Right now, when you are in an off season, which even though the goal right now is fat loss, you are still in an off season,
do not stress about those little things, okay? The side chest, this is really nice, to be fair, mate. Yeah, spot on, happy with that. You could vacuum and almost bring your stomach tighter and get all your air into your chest on that. That would look a little bit better. God knows, mate. Plan around it, like, I would ideally be starting prep, let's say around April time. So that'll give me between, depending on the actual show dates that I go for, between sort of 20 and maybe 26 weeks from the first show. But it depends well, it depends where I am when I start. But yeah, it makes sense to diet now, so that I'm obviously not going to have quite as much to lose. Salsa as well. Salsa from Tesco, incredible. I'm not the most sociable of people anyway. Obviously, when I go and train, it's relatively social. Obviously, me and Reese have each other as being relatively social. But no, I probably, like, if I was to, I don't know, it's one of those, because I've worked with people before and didn't really like it. And also, like, I work with all my clients, so it is social, it's just virtually social, just because you're going to lose more sodium and more electrolytes through sweat. So, you know, feel free to add in a little bit more salt into like your pre and your post workout meal, mate. Just add an extra gram, you'll be absolutely fine doing that, because you're going to be sweating more, so just basically making up for that. 6 months, so, you know, imagine where you can be in another 6 months. You know, imagine where you can be in another year from now. Right guys, so check-ins are done. Time is 1:48, so I am 18 minutes later than we should be for the podcast. So Reese will probably say something when we let him into the meeting room, as I am the podcast host. So yeah, that's kind of how I structure my morning. So obviously I'll do my cardio first thing, then I will, like I say, get back to clients while I'm doing that. I will make meal one and have meal one while I'm sort of getting my work ready and getting back to any immediate messages. And then I'll literally just crack on with check-ins through the entire morning / early afternoon. Thursday, with it being a rest day, is a relatively busy check-in day. It's a little bit busier than other training days, but not massively. Got like a couple more check-ins. And obviously I'll have a meal in between that, and then we'll jump on the podcast. If it's a training day, I'll be having another meal now and then going to training. But it's the podcast, then I'll have a meal, and then I've got a client to set up this afternoon / evening. And then we've got opposing clients as well this evening, as well as a few other bits that I need to do. I ideally need to send off some t-shirts, and I want to go on the sunbed. But I'll go through all that. But yeah, that's kind of just how I structure my morning with clients. And then also I'll have, you know, throughout the time that I've been doing that, I've got a number of training clips come through. So that's another task that I'll get through throughout the rest of the day. Check-ins are like the immediate work, and clients know that I'll always get back to those check-ins as soon as possible. Generally, the clients who have the Thursday feedback checked in last night / yesterday, and then I will always get back to obviously training clips as soon as I can, but often it takes a little bit longer because the immediate work is the check-ins. Looking short.
On the YouTube video. Yeah, in the live.
Depends what you say.
Hey Pete, how you doing, mate? You
Hey,
alright?
all good? You okay?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
Do you like my new t-shirt, mate?
What is it? Is that the GP one?
No, this is right. So I didn't order this one. So this is one of the explosive fibre ones. I didn't order this one, so I'm going to message them and say, can I actually have the one I ordered? But I'm going to keep this as well. Yeah, it's been good so far, mate. We've got a decent amount filmed. I've just finished checking. But yeah, like, I feel good. I'm enjoying it so far. Like, it's nice to, my work efficiency is a lot better because my meals aren't taking me like half an hour plus to eat. That was like, I got a question on that on, was it last Sunday that I did like a Q&A on Instagram, and it was like, what, it was Macca. He asked what was the main thing I struggled with in off season, and I was like, I didn't struggle with getting the food in itself, it was more so the time. It's like so time consuming. Obviously you can do bits and bobs with work, like you can be on your phone, but I can't do check-ins properly while I'm eating because I'm eating. Like, so yeah, it's more so that
actually making the food.
Yeah, like, it is quicker now. Yeah, but it's more so the actual time of eating it is like been massively reduced. So that's nice. But you do say that everybody's linked with Liverpool. Any footballer is apparently linked with Liverpool.
Yeah, they actually are. Right, cool. We'll catch you guys in the second part. We'll go through some Q&A, some questions from listeners.
So Zoom kick us off after 40 minutes, mate. We need to either pay, which would be the easy way of doing it, or find a different way. Or, to be fair, at the minute we just do 2 parts.
Advice for somebody, I don't think we answered this. Advice for someone who has lost the enjoyment of training. Bit of a sad question, a deep question. They've gone onto that website and gone deep question.
Yeah. I think a lot of the time that can be down to fatigue. Like, you're going to lose your enjoyment, like your immediate enjoyment, you're going to lose that a lot when you're just trashed. So take a few days off, see it as a little bit of a break, see it as a little bit of a reset, and then get back into the swing of things, see how you feel. That is what I'd always recommend first of all. And then also maybe just a slight change of focus. So let's say you're feeling like you're really fed up with a certain, let's say, setup or certain split, mesocycle, whatever it may be. You could potentially have a slightly varied focus and think, right, let's have a sort of more sort of prioritized meso on this body part or these body parts, give you a little bit more to focus on. Let's maybe focus on improving your cardiovascular health a little bit more at the minute, and do a little bit more cardio. Or let's potentially, let's just step away from bodybuilding, like, maybe potentially go into a fat loss phase, because sometimes it can be a case where people push and push and push in off season and get a little bit unhappy about it and get a little bit fed up.
The recording has stopped.
I'm not seeing you tomorrow because I'm training at Normanton. Do you want to come? You're more than welcome to if you want.
I'll have a think.
Yeah, I'll drop you a message with what time I'm going to go and what time.
Cool. Alright guys, so the time is 3:49 and I am currently setting up a new client. So obviously we did the podcast, you saw that. I had a meal, cream of rice, and now I am setting up a new client. So I do my client setups on a Thursday and a Sunday generally. If it's a busier week, then I'll potentially have to put them onto a training day as well. But usually I'll try and put all client setups on Thursdays and Sundays because they're my rest days. So yeah, I'll get this done. I'll probably be another hour or so. Yes, Paul, mate, I hope you're good, and welcome to your setup video. So, very excited to get you started, mate. Obviously, this is going to cover everything you need to know, so you're all good to get going from tomorrow, okay? So, I am going on a walk now to get some steps in, but also just to get out in the sun. I like to actually get out a little bit in the day. Again, once immediate work is done, so check-ins, podcast, new client setup, now I can actually get out and just go and enjoy the nice weather in this British summer, which, to be fair, it is actually very warm at the minute. It's like 26 degrees or something today, I think, or it has been. Last few days it's been red hot. But yeah, that's what I like to do when I can. Obviously, when it is a very sedentary job. Across the road, Pete, go on, you're right. It's a very sedentary job, and obviously I'm just stuck inside all day. So if I can get outside, when I can get outside, I do like to, because it just brings your mood up. Obviously you get some vitamin D as well. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it if you have an office job. Going to the road, mate, don't worry, I'll save you. If you have an office job, or if you have a job similar to like I do where you're sat inside a lot, if you can get outside, then definitely try and get outside, because you will feel better for it, 100%. Like, I always feel better when I go on a walk. Also, it gives me another opportunity to get back to my clients, so that's the goal now. Get back to training clips that have come through since I was getting back to them this morning on the bike, like you saw, because I've not been able to get back to training clips properly since then. So I'll do that now, and also then I will... Whoa, where's he gone? I do that to Shannon all the time. I'll do that, and I get her every time as well. She always pretends I don't. She's like, no, you didn't. I did. So yeah, we'll do this, and then I'm going to go on the sunbed, which you might think is a bit weird because it's nice weather, but it's not that hot now, and we don't have a garden at the flat. So, and I'm pale as shit because I've not had a chance to go on the sunbed recently. So I need to get back into the routine of the sunbed. So that is the plan of action for now. Nothing better, mate, than where you're going to be when you're going to be in years to come. If you've seen it on my stories, whenever I post a picture of like a nice looking canal, that's the canal in Loughborough, and it's nice. If you're ever in Loughborough, go on a nice walk down the canal. We're rear delts were spot on. So yeah, all good, mate. Really happy. Just try not move the torso too much on that. That is the only comment I've got there, mate. It's okay having a small amount of torso movement. I wouldn't expect you to be completely rigid. I don't think I'll be long. It'll be like, it depends if I'm allowed in. Maybe 10-15 minutes. Hiya, how you doing? So this is meal number 4. Time is just after 6 o'clock. Final meal will go in at just after 8 o'clock. Meal timings on a rest day, generally towards the end of the day, are a little bit close together, mainly because of work, but also as a sort of generally almost as like a reason, because I'm busy with work, I like pushing them back. But I can also say there's a benefit. Pushing them back means that I have more calories towards the end of the day, which means it's closer to carrying over to a training day. But yeah, this is basically the same as meal 2, but instead of chicken, it is 5% beef mince, which I get from the butchers in Loughborough. I think it's called Brown's. I think it's called Brown's Butchers. But I need to go because I've run out of chicken, so I need to get some more. That'll be on the to-do list for tomorrow. Could have done that today, Pete, if we weren't just so busy being such a coach. And aim to like almost tap the weight back on the stack every rep, so you know you're getting as much range as possible for that machine. Okay, mate, so let's work on that next time. If you prefer the Panatta, doing that, if you prefer the Panatta machine, we can do that, and we can take out the Arsenal strength machines. Okay, so let me know which you prefer.
Yeah. It's a shame they don't make them like they do with the other joints, where they can add extra pouch room. But
Extra what?
Extra pouch room.
Really? You need it, mate. Even when you're really lean, you don't look it when you're just relaxed. Like, no matter how lean you are, if you just stood like this, you'd never look that lean. Like, I remember when I was prepping, I was like, fuck, I'm not lean. And I posed, I'm like, oh shit, I'm shredded. Like, littlest change.
Because like, my thing at the moment is I look at myself every morning, like, I'm not leaner. Like, it could just be that I'm only looking at certain body, like maybe I've lost body fat in, say, my arms, my upper traps.
Yeah.
I can't see that.
We still need to pull it off.
Yeah, a lot.
Okay, right, let's go. Front relaxed. Okay, so next weekend you're away. You can train Friday, you can train Monday, you can't train Saturday, Sunday.
Nice to meet you.
Cheers.
I need to get this posing curtain down now, come on. Right guys, so just wrapping up the day, getting the final steps in. Last bit you saw was with Maddie and Ethan, so obviously nice to go through some posing with those guys because they're local. We have the luxury of being able to go through and actually see them in person, and yeah, they're both doing well. I'm happy with where they're both at. Generally posing wise today was very good, just a case of posing fitness really. But yeah, getting the final steps in, we'll get back to final messages, and then it's all the same tomorrow. So Pete just asked me if I have any days where I do absolutely nothing, and I told him that this is every day. But like I say, I can't complain because I love what I do, and to be earning a living doing what I'm doing, I'm very, very grateful for. And even just a couple of years back to think I'd be where I am is mental. Like 5 years ago, but like no chance. So yes, I am very grateful. Appreciate all my clients, appreciate everybody that watches the videos. So yeah, you've basically seen how I set my day up. I'm walking very slowly because Pete's walking backwards and there's numerous obstacles. Careful as a curb, mate. So yeah, you've basically seen how I set my day up. This is what I do day in, day out. Obviously if it's a training day, I will train. If it's a rest day, I will do the podcast and things like that. But yeah, I'll leave it there. So if anybody has any questions, please ask. Obviously you've seen how I work. I will have my application link below in the description, as it always is. My email's there as well for any inquiries, but generally you can just message me on Instagram or in the comments. But yeah, appreciate everybody watching. Again, any questions please ask. Please like, subscribe, share, all the usual stuff, and I will catch you all in the next video.